Hello everybody and welcome back to another League of Legends video. Now I was not gonna do a video for the end of 2022 on League of Legends, but I've actually decided to make a video because I realized I got a lot of stuff that I gotta record, bro. And then there's also the start of season 2023, or season 13 as you may know it, because preseason is about to end soon. Yes, and if I recall, Udyr either already received a Q nerf or is going to receive a Q nerf. That said, there's gonna be patch 12.23 and I am taking into consideration any future Udyr nerfs and item nerfs when I'm making this build, okay? For those of you that actually want this music, you know what, I'm actually gonna have to look this up live because I forgot. I am hoping this is indeed no copyright strike. No copyright songs. There we go. Alright. Now, I know there is this thing here, which I am not seeing on my screen, which is why it's still present, by the way. I did not edit this properly, and I just now realized. Now, that said, I do got a couple builds for you guys. These are a couple special builds of my own. And I'm gonna start off with the QE Max Udyr. Why? This is one of the stronger builds. It's basically a Q Max build, and yeah, that's about it. You go Tiamat into Prowler's Claw. You will start Moss Stomper Seedling, which is the shield and tenacity, which just got nerfed in 12.23. Don't care, it's still the best in my opinion. And the reason is not tenacity, even though some of you might think that. No, it's because it gives you a shield, bro. It gives you a fatty shield. That said, this build's busted, and it's one of the main reasons, Prowler Claw specifically, is one of the main reasons why AD Udyr, Qdyr, gets nerfs. Because this, with your Q, is giga busted, bro. And then you got Tiamat and Gargoyle. Yup, this is for your damage and your clear and your early game HP, so you don't die. Also the shields, and you clear fast as fuck with Tiamat and Titanic. Then you get the Gargoyle for the mid game and or late game if you get there. If you do get there. Hold up. Yeah, you might have already seen something. By the way, the reason I'm recording like this, with this screen on, is because for some fucking reason, OBS decided not to capture my my window properly. So for some reason, it's only showing up here. You know what? Hold up. I'm gonna try something on. Let's do it like this. Hold up. Give me a second. Can I game? OBS rather? No, it's not allowing me. Straight up. Just straight up not allowing me. Alright. How about now? No? Alright. Never mind then. Yeah, I don't know what's up with OBS, bro. Alright. Freak it. So, Tiamat for clear and early damage. You don't need more AD early. You straight up going to Prowler's Claw after that. If you can afford boots, just get tier 1, you don't need tier 2 early. Unless it's a Master Yi or anything that needs a little bit of damage reduction, okay? Though, I hella doubt it because you're gonna be busting people open with your Q. So just max Prowler right off the bat, just get the Prowler's Claw. As soon as you get Tiamat and tier 1 boots, just straight Prowler. Sometimes I even skip boots, bro, and just straight up Prowler's Claw after Tiamat. The reason I say Tiamat first is because you don't really benefit that much from the lethality. You benefit from the entire freaking item as a whole, yes, but not from the lethality itself all that much, because lethality itself is kind of garbage on Udyr because you do mixed damage, and I mean it's not that bad, but you would rather have percentage armor penetration instead, in my opinion, okay? This is good for your early game, it's good for your late game if you build properly, and this build's gonna be strong early, mid, and late. And you're already saying this is pretty much... I built this one time and it just destroyed people, bro. Also, this is a new account, and it's basically 30 at this point. So yeah, Gargoyle for mid to late. Dance, Demonic. Now you do switch Demonic and or Dance for the optional items, which are these. Now you can pretty much... Yes, I do include Anathema's Chains, which is an item a lot of people don't even know exists. It's a very, very good item, and also very, very situational item. This, you would get into a vein or something that's Omega fed. Or into a very, very strong Master E, okay? So nowadays you don't need Anathema all that much. It's still a very useful situational item to have, okay? I just love Turbo Chem Tank and Sunfire, bro. These items, after they made them not be mythics, these items are very OP in my opinion. Because, well, mostly because of their price tag, okay? They're very, very... I'm failing to remember the word, I'm just gonna say inexpensive, okay? The cost has been heavily reduced. I think it's got like 500 cost nerf, or buff rather, 500 cost reduction, there we go. It was like 3,200 as a mythic or something like that. And then you get Thornmail, which is just a great item in general for Udyr. Now, this is a Q Emax build, but situationally, after maxing E, or after getting 3 points into E, you would go into W for sustain, okay, for the shields even, though this is one of the main reasons you get Moss Stomper, so you don't need W all that much early. Alright, now this is only one build, buckle up because we got a couple more, and this video is probably gonna be a long one. I did promise an Udyr video, tips and tricks for Udyr. Most of my tips and tricks are gonna be build related. And we're going with the QR Max tank build. Yes, this is a Triforce tank Udyr build with a QR Max. This is one of my special builds. I did this... I think I did this day one when preseason hit, and I just went like 20-0, bro. This is busted. The reason this is busted is because the synergy with these items is Omega strong. Like, you see I don't even include boots. Sometimes I don't even buy boots, bro. I just go straight up full build. You got damage options. You will be switching Dadamans. Now the reason you actually go Triforce, by the way, is because this works very well with your Q. Okay? This even works with W and E, so you're gonna be hitting way harder than normal with everything. Triforce is built different. I'm sorry. In my opinion, it's still one of the best one of the best mythics on Udyr. If not the best, still. You could argue that Hard still might be better, and we're gonna get to that, okay? We're gonna get to that. Hold up. Now, again, Triforce first, because, I mean, this is basically all your stats there. You don't need any other item. Then, you're gonna get Omega Fed after this anyway, so you're gonna have a lot of money. This is cheap, this is cheap. Then you get the 3000 item. Don't get Chem Tank unless they got Magic Resist, or you really, really need to get in there. But if they don't have Magic Resist, you can go like this, okay? Just get Deadmans instead of Turbo Chem Tank. But this is normally what I would go, because you already have armor from Sunfire. You go Chem Tank for MR and move speed. The active is very good. There's a fan favorite, by the way. This is why we are going R-Max second. Specifically this, because you're gonna be destroying everybody. It don't matter how much HP they got. Also, bear in mind, they are nerfing Q physical damage, if I recall. They're not nerfing the Awaken magic damage, which scales off of AP. So I think almost all my builds include Demonic. Bear in mind, Keep that in mind, okay? Boot choices are pretty much gonna be the same across the board. Now we do have some damage options. We will be switching Deadman's and or maybe Turbo Chem Tank, according to the situation. Shojin, very good item. Very, very good item on Udyr. If you can stick to people, just go Shojin, because this is gonna make you broken as hell. Your damage output is gonna go through the fucking roof. I played with this, it's busted as hell. Don't build this earlier than 3rd item though, okay? That's my opinion. As Dance, you already know, pretty strong item in general for bruisers, especially if you're going AD. Titanic, you already got a lot of HP. Sometimes I just go Titanic 3rd, in fact. Bork, very strong item, debatable if it's probably the single best item on Udyr across the board, in my opinion. Especially this season with a lot of tanks rising up. Then you got the tank options, which Force of Nature is my favorite by far, because there's a lot of damage over time, magic damage nowadays, with the Liandry's and or Demonic. Gargoyle for the shields, you already know, if you're in a team fight, just get this. If you're in a lot of team fights and into a team fight comp especially, just get this. If you're finding yourself often in 1v3, 2v3 situations where they have two or three melees and or you get on top of them easily, just get Gargoyle, it's very strong. Again, you already know my opinion on Anathema. This is also very good into people that have a lot of tenacity and do a lot of damage, as in maybe Set, Garen, you know what I mean. Darius even. Then Frozen Heart, which is still one of the best items on Udyr to this day, and has been since probably his release back in fuck knows when. He's old as hell right now. My guy older than Trick 2G at this point. Or Mail again, one of the best items for Udyr. We're gonna save that real quick. Switch over to the jak'sho deer. Yes, we got a jak'sho build, bro. This may look funny, is not. It actually works. It's hella fucking expensive to pull off, but if anybody pulls it off, it's Udyr, because it's a fucking early game champion, bro. Go this first. Never buy jak'sho first, because it's a fucking garbage item if you buy it first on Udyr, okay? That's just my opinion. Take it with a little bit of grain of salt, but my win rate when I buy it first instead of Tiamat just goes down, bro. Just down. It's either you go Tiamat or just full Ravenous, which by the way just got nerfed this patch. Still, it's very good in general. Just a very, very strong item. Then buy jak'sho. Buy jak'sho, very, very strong. This will give you a lot of resistances, a lot of HP, your CDR, a lot of healing. Also, yep, Bork, like I said, very, very strong in general. One of the debatable still, if it's one of the best items on Udyr. Probably the best item on Udyr, in my opinion, especially this season. I'm gonna rate this higher than Prowler's Claw. Just because, I mean, it's basically stronger, in my opinion. The only thing that it doesn't give you is easier access to your target, in my opinion. Like, you already need to be hitting him. But let's face it, if you're an Udyr, you're probably gonna be hitting him anyway. So, Prowler's Claw is unnecessary, sometimes. Sometimes good, sometimes maybe bad. Depends on who you're fighting. Again, you already know these. Let's head on over to situationals, you already know. There we go. Now, do keep in mind, you will see Moss Stomper in every single one of my builds, because it's just that good. We don't care about the tenacity all that much, which is the one thing that got nerfed, by the way. What we care about here is the shield in general. Not the tenacity, although it's good to have. Especially if you're not going Mercs. That said, this build has a massive weakness, and I'm gonna tell you right now. It's called Grievous Wounds. Grievous? Grieve? Hold up. Morello. Alright, now, I'm gonna do something which I normally don't do, but I forgot the item. There we go. Now here's something that a lot of people do not know, and I'm pretty sure it does work, but I have never tested it. So if you do test it, let me know. Look at these items. Look at the gold, okay? These are very strong items for the gold they ask for, okay, for the price. Very cheap, very strong. This is a support item. This can also be a support item, but it's mainly for AP mages. That said, look at the one thing they have in common. Grievous wounds. Grievous wounds. Now look at the one thing they do not have in common. A unique mythic passive, or a unique passive that it's the same. This is called Puff Cap Toxin. This is called Affliction, which means these two technically stack, which means Aatrox, you've been having it easy until now because I'm pretty sure a lot of people do not know these two stack. I'm still not 100% sure that these two stack, but judging by how Riot codes these, they're different names, they're not uniques, as in it's the same passive, because it's not. So this is a heavy counter to this build, and to any build that's heavily relying on sustain and or a life steal. Yes, it's gonna suck ass if that actually does work, by the way, because a lot of people will figure it out. If they haven't seen this video, they're probably still gonna figure it out at some point, if they haven't. Alright, let's go to the full tank RE Max. Iceborne tank here, baby. Again, Moss Stomper, very strong. Still the strongest in my opinion, even if you do not go full damage or full tank. I would maybe consider the blue one. The red one, probably never, because you got more than enough damage as it is. The blue one with a full tank build works. Let me see if I can actually... jungle? They need to add a jungle item in here, bro. Where the fuck is it? There we go. I would maybe consider blue in here, actually. Because this is a full tank build, aside from this. This gives move speed to you and your entire freaking team, if I am correct. I don't normally use this, but this is good. Very good, situationally. That said, Bami's first. Iceborne Rush after, or you can go straight into Sunfire, that also works, but pretty sure Iceborne after Bami's is better. Then you go into Demonic, because both of these items give you a buttload of HP. You go Turbo Chem Tank, add Datamans, and there's your build. Now you do have situational items for removing Datamans. Alright, you already know these are Udyr favorite items. Okay, a lot of people going Phoenix tank builds love these. I know I did myself. Let's hand over to the Divine build. Yeah, this is a QR max. Now, you go Tiamat into Divine Thunder. You may be asking, why Divine Thunder? Well, this is a very strong item, specifically because it grants you double penetrations, which means both armor and magic, and Udyr benefits from both, which means you're gonna be hurting a lot, bro. And there's your Shojin. You buy this second and not first, because this helps with your clear, and I'm pretty sure AoE focused clears in the jungle are much better in Season 13 because of how they made the jungle. So this actually works with your Phoenix, by the way, so it's very good. If you're going R instead of Q, just still buy Tiamat, bro. It's good. It's good. Trust me. Divine Thunder is just a great item in general on Udyr. Pretty much kind of like a Triforce, but no attack speed. So, yup. Titanic, because HP, damage. Now, this is a debatable item, but a lot of people do not know that this is actually a great item for Udyr. Very good, very good. And remember, I did recommend you buy this third. Now, do bear in mind, these items are very expensive, and this is again, one of those builds that rely on you actually knowing what the fuck you're doing and snowballing early, so you can actually be a monster in mid to late game, okay? Gargoyle and Deadman's. Situationally, you want to switch Deadman's and or Gargoyle, or maybe Spear of Shojin, but I don't really... I feel like you need Spear of Shojin for this build, just because you're not getting E, so you want to crank those R's to the max, bro. Like, just get the move speed, you know, because this gives move speed nowadays, and a lot of people still don't know that. It's based on your missing HP, which is what this build's basically counting on. A lot of HP, a lot of damage. Okay, this is the only item in your build. This is the only item in your build. Excuse all the coughing, by the way. This is the only item in your build that gives you no HP. Aside from that, every single one of them gives you a lot of HP, in my opinion. So you're gonna be having like 3k HP. I want to say around 240. Around 240 AD. Something like that. And yeah, you're gonna be getting fat shields, bro. Plus this, which is gonna give you move speed based on missing HP. Which the more HP you have, the better this is gonna be. And I just noticed that, by the way. I did not even notice this when I made the build, and yeah, it does make sense. And then you got the tank and or move speed options, which are these, which are very strong items for Udyr. And now we go to the hard steel build, okay? The hard steel stack deer. Yes. Now, I do not recommend you buy hard steel first, because I'm gonna be honest, I do not like it as first item on Udyr. It's a strong item, but it's a strong secondary item. If you must do it like this, okay? If you wanna build it first, do it like this, because you kinda wanna have the bomb in there. This alone, these alone, the components, they're fucking useless, bro. Do not buy hard steel first, in my opinion. Unless the enemy team is fucking up a lot, which could be possible, especially in low elo. By the way, in low elo, this is probably safe to rush, especially if you get far ahead. If you do get far ahead, very fast, and you get like 3k gold first recall or second recall, you're sitting on 3k gold for some fucking reason. Just buy it. Just buy it. The faster you can stack, the better. But overall, Bami's first is better, in my opinion. And then you get Demonic, which, I mean, Demonic and Titanic, just pretty much self-explanatory. These three items just work for themselves, bro. They're just gonna buff each other. So you're gonna be getting a lot of raw stats off of all of these three. This gives you HP. This is basically infinitely stacking HP, by the way. This is gonna give you AP based on your HP. This is gonna give you AD based off your HP. And then you get the MR and the move speed. Then situationally you wanna get these, but I'll be honest, I don't really wanna replace any of these. Chem Tank is maybe the only one that you wanna replace in this build. That's why I said switch Chem Tank, okay? And get one of these. Like, Chem Tank is situationally extremely good. I could argue that it's probably better than the rest. But if you don't need it, especially if you don't need the extra move speed and or MR to get in there and to tank some hits, just get these. Especially if you need more MR, more armor, attack speed reduction for some reason, or yeah, you know, also a fatty shield and some more resistances. Just get this. That said, I was expecting this video to be very long. It's not, bro. Do keep in mind, Udyr build is a QE max. The max tank Trideer, tank Trideer build, this is a QR max. Okay, this is one of my favorite builds. The jak'sho deer is a QE max. Okay, you could go QRE, but I don't recommend it. You kind of want to have the move speed to get in there fast. Then you got the Triforce one, which is RE, because you kind of need the move speed. Okay. Situational, if you don't need more move speed, just go Q, just go RQ. Then you get the QR Max Divine build. This is very strong. It hits like a fucking truck too. And you're tanky with all these builds. You're gonna be a massive tank, bro, with all of these. Even with the jak'sho one, if they let you stack this, you're gonna be unkillable, bro. Like legit, the jak'sho is extremely busted once you actually get the, I believe it's 8 stacks. Yeah, it's 8 max stacks. You're gonna get a lot of fucking armor, bro. Especially if you are going with a rune page, kind of like this. Let me show you a quick rune page setup, okay? Hold up, where the fucking runes at? I haven't been here in a while. Alright. Alright, now... this? Hold up. I would like to go like this. Now this is one of the rune pages that I go with. Very, very strong. Extremely busted. Sometimes I switch Overgrowth for unflinching and go like this. This is pretty much what you go with if you're going tank, okay? You don't need any other. Especially if you're going with stacking builds. And jak'sho with conditioning is just Omega busted. jak'sho plus Thornmail, Omega busted. Where the freaking builds at? Items, there we go. jak'sho, this gives you a lot of resistances, a lot of armor, bear in mind. Then you get conditioning, which is a lot of armor again, and this also gives you damage based on how much armor you have. So keep that in mind. I know it doesn't say it here for some fucking reason. Riot, please include actual stats in your item builder. Thank you very much. That would be ideal. But yeah, this does damage based off of how much armor you got, okay? And when you max jak'sho, this is gonna be a fuckload of damage, bro. This is extremely good for Ramos. Extremely good for Ramos players. They just go jak'sho, Thornmail, Gargoyle, and that's their build. 3-item build done. I did one of these builds on Jace, by the way, with jak'sho and with Heartsteel, and they work. It's just... they're just ugly. Alright, let's go back to runes. Now, if you want a move speed build that doesn't work with stacking, you go kind of like this, okay? You go lethal. If you don't go lethal, just go press the attack. Now, I do have another one. This also works. Just switch into this. This is a move speed build for the deer. You can go like this, by the way. This is probably better, actually. You don't necessarily need mana flow band, but it can work even in the jungle. This is one of my later builds of the season 12, I believe. But it was very good. You can actually go like this. Situationally, you can even go nullifying orb, but I don't recommend it. And okay, let's make a Prowl build, okay? Hail of Blades, Sudden Impact, and or Cheap Shot. Cheap Shot also very good. I believe Sudden Impact to be better though, because it's giving you basically a Divine Thunderer. Then you got Zombie Ward or Eyeball. Usually Eyeball. Now, this is debatable, because this is very good. This is also very good. And Relentless Hunter is also very good. I'm gonna explain why these are good. Treasure Hunter gives you a lot of gold early. You want to snowball hard. The harder you snowball, the stronger you're gonna be. The Ingenious Hunter is very good with both Gargoyle and Prowler's Claw. I don't remember if it's affecting anything else in the build, but yeah, this is very good with both Prowler and the other one, the Gargoyle. That said, this is situational. You only want this if you're gonna be sticking into fights. So, if anything, I would maybe not even consider this sometimes. Normally just go Treasure Hunter and or Relentless. Yeah. Relentless would be my choice because you want to be fast as fuck on the map. That said, if you want to snowball, just go Treasure Hunter. And yeah, I would just go like this sometimes. Other times like this or like this. This actually instead. You either go Last Stand or Coup de Grace. You can go Legend Alacrity or Tenacity. You can even go Triumph instead sometimes. It really just depends on what you're fighting and if you need the attack speed or tenacity or whatever your needs are. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes this is the better option. Not that, this, there we go. This, because this reduces item haste, which this helps, I believe. No, not item haste. Actually, the item haste does help. And you don't need the Ingenious Hunter at all then. So you can go this instead. And then you get Summoner item, Summoner Spell Haste, excuse me, which helps with your Smite, which is ideal. And then you get this, so you don't have to worry about boots, so you can snowball even harder. Okay? And you're a little bit faster mid to late as well. Well, there you have it. You got a couple builds, you got a couple rune pages, a little bit of explanation. You can also go like this with the tank builds, all of them, okay? Because Udyr just built different. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I am looking forward to season 13, I'm not gonna lie. I'll see you guys later.